I'm back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about starting a t-shirt business. And there are several different ways that you can start a t-shirt business, but I'm going to talk about the experiences I had starting my t-shirt business. If you go online and you research how to start a t-shirt business, or you get on any of the blogs and you start asking questions about starting a t-shirt business, most of the people on there are going to tell you that you should go with the most expensive items, like what the highest you can afford, the top quality, the ones that usually cost the most money. But I'm here to tell you that you don't have to start off with the most expensive and the top-notch equipment. And actually, I believe it helps you more when you're starting out to start off with some cheaper equipment that may not do everything you would do if you was a professional, because everyone who starts a t-shirt business, they're not going to continue it. They're not going to become a professional. They're not going to open a shop. And a lot of people that start a t-shirt business are not going to do t-shirts for anyone other than themselves or their family. So I'm going to tell y'all the way I started my t-shirt business. First off, Ryannet, Silk Screening Supplies, Ryannet.com, silkscreeningsupplies.com. That was one of the places that helped me out a lot. Well, first, even before I started screen printing, I watched a lot of the Stalls videos, and I started off doing the vinyl graphics. When I bought my vinyl cutter, I didn't buy the most expensive vinyl cutter. I bought a name brand vinyl cutter, and it was actually the Roland Steiker 15-inch vinyl cutter. And recently I have upgraded to the Roland 24-inch vinyl cutter because I was able to find a good one used on eBay, and the guy lived in Texas, which is not far from here. So I actually purchased it from him in person instead of purchasing it on eBay and having to wait for it to be shipped. The vinyl cutter that I purchased, it still works today, and I was able to start a business. And to be honest with you, the heat press that I started off with was a 15 by 15. It was actually a Hicks swing away press. And if I continue with that Hicks swing away press, the biggest vinyl cutter that I would need is the 15-inch one that I started out with. But when I found that deal, I really just couldn't pass it up. But you don't want to get a huge vinyl cutter when your heat press is not huge. And I started off in 2008 doing t-shirts. Before I started the t-shirt business, I actually started off doing video editing, and I did pretty good with that when different events would come along. But the reason I added the t-shirts was because I wanted something more. I was looking for independence from working for someone else. I wanted to work for myself. The way that I started my t-shirt business, I kind of started little by little. I did a lot of research online, and I found out, okay, I'm going to do the t-shirt transfers. Okay, I'm going to do the vinyl transfers. So, when I did my research, the Hicks heat press is actually a budget, one of the lower price heat presses, the swing away press that is. They do have some other higher end presses that have timers on them and auto open and different features that it's probably worth it if you get those. But this heat press that I had when I started out in 2008, I still have the same heat press. And actually I have thought about upgrading before and have not, but this one does most jobs that I need. Every now and then you will have some of the guys that come in and want the big full printed images on their t-shirts, but the 15 by 15 press that I have, it actually you can do those with it. It's a little more work, but most of the orders that I receive, that press is perfect for. That's a press that I would recommend to anyone starting out. And they also have a 16 by 20 press in that one that's a few $100s more than the 15 by 15, but the 15 by 15, that is a good press, and I would recommend that to anyone. And the 15-inch rolling vinyl cutter, it's a good cutter. There are some materials that you will have problems cutting out, such as the reflective, the one you use issues for the safety apparel, like people who work road construction, the ones cutting out that paper. I had a few issues cutting that out, but that's not an order that I get every day. Pretty much all of the other transfer papers that I've ever used, there's no problem cutting it out. That's the only one that I ever had problems with, and the reason was because with that vinyl cutter, you just adjust the blade depth. You don't adjust cutting force. And in the beginning, I would recommend starting out doing heat press. There are a lot of options you can do with the heat press. You can actually order transfers that have been screen printed from companies, and you can put them on your t-shirts. And the reason I would recommend that you start off doing heat presses in the beginning, unless you know for a fact that you're gonna be doing a lot of shirts, because when you're doing screen printing, you don't want to have to do a screen for one shirt or a screen for 2 shirts. Screen printing is used when you have multiple shirts with the same design. Most times when you first starting off a t-shirt business, you're going to get a lot of people in that are wanting individual shirts with different things on it. So that's the reason I would recommend starting off doing heat press and transfers, whether the transfers are screen printed transfers or vinyl transfers, and eventually you can work your way up to screen printing. This is my part 1 of starting a t-shirt business, explaining the way that I started my business, and please stay tuned for part 2. And part 2, we're going to talk about the trusted brands of equipment that I would recommend, and what are the benefits of purchasing more advanced, expensive equipment than just purchasing the basic standard equipment. Right now, these are the things that I'm recommending for you, and I'm going to end this video right here, as part 1 is going to be starting out a t-shirt business with no customers. This is what you would do, because you want to build up your business so that you can eventually upgrade and go to screen printing. And even though I just started off with the vinyl and moved up to screen printing, I still use my vinyl cutter. You can also use screen printing along with vinyl, because a lot of times you have people who want items for athletics, and they may want a name on the back or their kid's number on the back, and you may even get some of the teams in your area, like the little league teams, basketball teams, different things like that. And you would want to screen print the image on the front, and you would want to, on the back of your shirt, put their number and maybe their name. We're going to end right here with this video. Stay tuned for part 2. Okay, that's pretty much the way that I started my t-shirt business, and I hope that you find this information useful. And would you please, if there's any questions, please leave them below in the comment section, or any videos that you would like me to do. Like you may be in the process of making your decision on how to get started with your business. Any way that I can help you guys, if you leave it in the comments, I will do my best to do a video and answer all your questions, or help you in whatever way I can, because I know when I was trying to start my business, there was not a lot of help out there as far as deciding exactly what to get, and some of it I had to decide on my own, and I felt like I'd made pretty good decisions. It's been 7 years and I'm still using equipment that I purchased, so I feel like I made a pretty good decision. So just let me know in the comment sections what you think, if you have any questions, and I'll try to address them in the upcoming videos. And please stay tuned for part 2 of this series of how to start a t-shirt business, how I started my t-shirt business. Please stay tuned for my videos. Don't forget, rate, comment, and subscribe if you are interested in the videos that I'm making, and stay tuned for future videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.